Aion 2 is coming. This big release will happen on servers in Korea during 2025. Quarter 4 of 2025, probably November, is set for game to be released on servers in Korea and later during 2026 globally. However, new version of Aion, Aion 2, will be very different from original version of the game. What will be main differences? You'll find out in today's video. So stay with me for the next few minutes. If you are Aion veteran player, you want to know this information. And also, if you are a new player to World of Aion, this is very interesting topic to cover. Before we start, let me just say, subscribe to my YouTube channel to see more of Aion 2 videos in the future. As Aion veteran player, playing this game more than 13 years, having more than 20,000 hours of playing this game, I'm preparing lots of videos regarding Aion 2. News, updates, guides for new players, everything what you need to know from World of Aion 2, you'll find it here on my YouTube channel. Also, make sure to visit my live streams on Twitch. I'm live streaming every single day, mandatory, no skipping. Visit me on Twitch. If you have any kind of questions regarding the game, I'll be glad to answer and also to keep you updated regarding everything what is happening in World of Aion 2. But now, let's focus on the main topic of this video. Main differences between Aion 2 and original version of Aion. First major difference will be classes. So, for Aion 2 release, we have already get officially confirmed from NCSoft. We are going to have Gladiator, Templar, of course also Assassin will be there, and Ranger. Then we are going to have Spirit Master and Sorcerer. Also, of course, don't worry, we are going to have Cleric and Chanter over there for release of Aion 2. However, we are not going to have four new classes. We are not going to have Ietretech, Gunner, also we are not going to have Painter, and actually I should say Bard. This is Bard and Painter. So, new classes for release of Aion 2 will not be in the game. Only 8 original classes. And I have to say, on one way, this is really good idea. Regarding new classes, they might add them later, maybe in the future. However, there is possibility that we will never see Ietretech, Gunner, Painter, or Bard in Aion 2. And you know what? It's totally fine. Because 8 original classes of Aion are amazing. And I'm really glad to hear that we are going to have Gladiator, Templar, Ranger, Assassin, Spirit Master, Sorcerer, Priest, actually Cleric, and Chanter. For me, this is more than enough. So this will be first major difference regarding Aion, let's say Aion original version of the game, and Aion 2. Now let's get in the game to show you second major difference between Aion 2 and Aion original version of the game, and that will be combat. You know that already if you are playing Aion, if you did play Aion in the past. Aion is a tab targeting kind of MMORPG. In Aion, you actually have amazing tab target combat. However, in Aion 2, we are not going to have tab target combat. We are going to have action combat. Actually, it looks like it will be some kind of hybrid between action combat and tab target combat with 2 cameras, 2 types of the cameras. Action camera and tab target kind of camera where you actually have a mouse on your screen. So you're going to be able to pick between 2 types of the camera modes, action camera and tab target classic camera. However, combat will still be action combat, not a tab target combat. So this is one of the major differences between Aion 2 and Aion original version of the game. And I know that many players will like that, and however, many players will not like that. All depends what kind of combat you like, action combat or tab target combat. However, don't forget, I don't believe from information what we have so far about Aion 2 that combat of Aion 2 will be pure action combat. There will be some kind of, at least little bit of touch of tab target combat. On classic mode, if you enjoy play tab target combat, probably you'll play on classic mode, which will be more suitable for PvP than for PvE. In PvE situations, when you're going to have PvE gameplay, you might switch to action camera and play more action type of the combat. That remains to be seen. However, just to let you know, for today's video, Second major difference definitely will be combat. As one modern MMORPG, Aion 2 will have action combat. Actually hybrid combat, some kind of combination of action combat and classical tab target combat. Let's now move to third main difference between Aion original version of the game and Aion 2, and that will be flying. In Aion original version of the game, you could fly with your character, for example, in Abyss and in certain regions. However, you didn't have unlimited flying. For example, here, I cannot fly. This is kind of normal because on this map, on this part of the map at least, I cannot fly. I could fly, for example, here in New Aion Gate. I can fly in Abyss. However, here, I cannot fly. However, in Aion 2, flying will be unlimited. No limits. Basically, from beginning of your gameplay, you'll be able to use wings like a real diver, and you'll be able to fly anywhere you want. I have to say this is a really good idea from developers of the game. In theory, this sounds really good because you are going to be able to fly everywhere. Imagine what kind of freedom you'll have in the game just to be able to fly away everywhere you want. Imagine now flying right now. That would be incredible. However, how will that have influence on the combat, PvE-wise and PvP-wise? That remains to be seen. That means, actually, I'm wondering right now, how much time are we going to spend on the ground? Because if you will have unlimited flying, and we will have unlimited flying abilities, that means why would you spend even time on the ground, PvP-wise and PvE-wise? In some situations, you will need to land down. However, in general, you're going to fly all the time, if that is true. So, big difference, absolutely major difference between Aion 2 and original Aion, unlimited flying in Aion 2. Now, there will be maybe some kind of cooldown or maybe some kind of stamina regarding flying like we have in original Aion. Of course, there will be some limitations, I guess, regarding flying. However, regarding where you can fly, there won't be any limitations, which is actually in one way really cool, right? So you're going to be real diver. You can fly anywhere you want. Now let's move to a fourth difference between original Aion and Aion 2, and that difference will be regarding how many skills and in generally how is looking your UI. Look at this. This is Aion, and this is just insane how many skills you can put on your skill bars and what can you do with your skill bars. However, because of simple reason, Aion 2 will be released not only on PC but also on mobile devices. There will be limitations regarding UI. So forget about this. If you like to have 30 skills on your skill bars right in front of you on your UI, well, in Aion 2 there will be limitations. So far, I have seen some information regarding 4 normal skills and 4 stigma skills on your skill bar. There will be probably more than 8 skills. However, there will be limitations regarding UI. So if you are Aion veteran player, to prepare you right now, be ready for very different UI. Limitations will be there, and no way that you will see so many skill bars and everything here in front of you, right? Possibilities to put many skills in front of you. That will not happen in Aion 2 because Aion 2, beside PC, it will also be a mobile game. So there will be certain limitations regarding that. How many skills are we going to have on our UI in Aion 2 and how will exactly look user interface? Nobody knows exactly. However, we have seen some information, some feedback from players who have played FGT test during previous weekend on servers in Korea. They are mentioning that user interface of Aion 2 is very similar to user interface of Throne and Liberty. So, you know that if you're following my YouTube channel, I can play Throne and Liberty really a lot. You can check some videos. Well, to be honest, user interface of Throne and Liberty is looking actually pretty good. So, if you have something like that, we are fine. However, don't forget, massive difference. There will be a massive difference between Aion original user interface and Aion 2. So get ready regarding that. Let's move forward with a next big difference, and this one is also massive, I have to mention. Let's move here on this part of the map. Actually, I don't know, will I be able to show you that right now, because I don't know, can I invite somebody in the party? But probably you know that if you have already played Aion in the past, and if you are following my YouTube channel. In original Aion, you can form a party of 6 players. 6 players party. You can form also big alliances and leagues. That's a story for another video. However, players party in original Aion is 6 players in a party. However, in Aion 2, there will be only 4 players in the party. That's it. Not more. I have to say that I feel a little bit bad about this because I kind of like 6 players in the party, you know. So 4 players in a party feels a little bit too small party. That is also giving you limitation on what kind of structure you'll have regarding classes. So if you want to go to play some hard content, you need to have tank, healer, and then 2 DPS. What about chanter? Because when you had a party of 6 players, then no problem. You could invite also chanter in the party, support. But now you need to focus on only necessary classes. That means tank, heal, and 2 DPS for some hard content. Also, there will be dungeons, 8 players dungeon. 8 players, not 6, not 12. So I find this limitation kind of awkward. I have to say that I have get used to, I'm playing Aion for a long time. And that is the reason that I already get used to have 6 players in the party. In some other MMORPGs, we have seen also similar system, 6 or 5 players in the party in some other MMORPGs. However, 4 players in the party feels a little bit too limited. However, let's see how that works in the game. Like I said, there will be some dungeons in Aion 2, which will have 8 players, right, in that dungeon, 8-player dungeons. However, regarding party, no. If you have 6 friends, you can put in a party only 4 players, right? And that is kind of awkward limitation. That will be another major difference between Aion and Aion 2. There are some other, I would say, small differences, but for today's video, I wanted to tell you what are actually main differences. So classes, type of the combat, unlimited, actually limited flying, massive UI difference regarding UI difference of Aion and Aion 2, and party size. Those will be major differences, major 5 differences between Aion and Aion 2. If you are interested into Aion 2, check on my YouTube channel. I already have lots of videos prepared regarding different kind of in-game features, regarding classes. Also, I'm preparing guides regarding what will happen in the game, regarding dungeons, raids, structure of the game. So make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and also follow me on Twitch. I'm live streaming on Twitch every single day about 6 p.m. Central European Time. Visit me on Twitch. If you have any kind of questions regarding the game, I'll be glad to answer and also to keep you updated regarding everything what is happening in the world of Aion 2. For today, you are fully updated what are major differences between Aion original version of the game and Aion 2. In the future, I'll make some more dedicated videos to show you more detailed differences, but for this will be major differences. Also, I need to mention engine of the game. Yes, of course. Absolutely. Aion 2 is built on Unreal Engine 5. Incredible, just incredible. Imagine playing your favorite class with graphic design, beauty of the graphic design, and performance of the game of Unreal Engine 5. That will be incredible because original Aion is built on CryEngine 2. And yes, when you play on CryEngine 2, that is the reason why they have called it CryEngine. You cry when you play on it, it's so bad, especially in massive sieges. I'm of course joking, that is not the reason why they have called it CryEngine 2, but seriously, you know it's bad. You know it's bad regarding your FPS performance of the game, so regarding Aion 2, Unreal Engine 5. That is another difference which I just need to mention fast on the end of this video. Anyway, thank you for watching the video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on Twitch, and see you soon with another Aion 2 video.